everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. Today I'm going to be doing my March wrap-up, and this will be not as exciting as some of my other wrap-ups because I didn't really do a lot of reading this month. But first, let's get started with the videos that I made this month. So I kicked off the month of March doing a Women's History Month book recommendations list. I basically covered just a handful of books that were written by women and especially about women that covered some fields that women might not be quite as well known in. I tried to avoid most fiction and I instead focused on more non-fiction type books, although there are a couple fiction recommendations in there as well. So definitely check out that video if you haven't already seen it. Even if you didn't do anything for Women's History Month, these are just really great books that I highly recommend to people all the time anyway. Then I did a video talking about my ideal book length. Basically, I just talked about how I am naturally more biased against books that are longer. Feel free to still leave comments letting me know what you think your ideal book length is, whether you prefer shorter or longer books. Then I did an unboxing video for this quarter's quarterly box for Book Riot. That is probably the most excited that I've ever seemed on a video before, but it's because I was really excited about all the things that I got for this month's quarterly box. I really enjoy my Book Riot boxes and I am very happy to keep doing those videos for you guys because they're just really fun. And then I did the How I Read tag, which I was tagged in like in 2013, but that's okay, I finally did it. And then finally I did a March book haul video, which again I normally don't really do, but I was really excited about the handful of books that I got this month. Specifically, there are a couple of graphic novels in that video that I am super excited to finally start reading. And then I did 2 Friday favorites this month. There was a Friday favorite where I kind of just talked about being back into doing Friday favorites, and there are a wide variety of topics that I covered in that. And then the second Friday favorites that I did was all about music, where I just talked about different bands that I'm really into lately. So definitely check that out if you enjoy music and you are looking for some new recommendations. And then I did 3 book reviews this month. I did The Cutting Season by Attica Locke, which was actually the book that I read at the end of February for Black History Month. I enjoyed that book. It's a really great mystery novel if you're looking for something that is a mystery but has more of a historical context to it. That might be one to consider checking out. Then I did a review on The Key to the Golden Firebird by Maureen Johnson, which was a book that was sent to me by Hotkey Books, and it's one of her earlier contemporary novels that Hotkey Books is now republishing for the United Kingdom. And then finally I did a review this past week on The Year We Left Home by Jean Thompson, which was a really interesting family drama, so if that's a kind of story that you really enjoy reading, I definitely recommend checking that out. And then, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I didn't really do a lot of reading this month. I feel like I spent the first 2 weeks of the month just watching Veronica Mars season 2 as I prepped for the movie coming out, and then I feel like I spent the last 2 weeks basically just dealing with March Madness. If you don't know, I really enjoy March Madness, and so I kind of got consumed in those games, and even though the games are only on the weekends, I felt like, you know, the week before you're basically just prepping for it by making your bracket, and then the games start, and then the week after I feel like I was just in recovery from it because there's so many games that happened that first weekend. The only books that I finished as of this point right now as I'm recording this video are the 2 that I reviewed this month, which was the Maureen Johnson book and the Jean Thompson book. I'm currently in the middle of a bunch of books, which I don't know why, I just can't seem to get into the groove of reading again, so I'm in the middle of a bunch of books. I did read another chapter in that Mayflower book, so that's progress. And then I started reading Ghana Must Go for the buddy reads I'm doing with Tiff Reads, Frenchie D, and Token in America. So I'm reading that, but I feel like I'm enjoying it, but I'm not really getting pulled into the story, or I don't know if it's just because life has been busy, so I'm like super tired and not paying as close attention to the book as I should be. I'm also reading Boxers and Saints by Jean Lun Yang, which is a graphic novel series, and I'm reading that because it's, you know, easier to read a graphic novel and things like that. So I'm hoping I can at least finish that, so I'll have that for a review this week, but I have no guarantees. I know I said I was going to read The Wise Man's Fear with Susie from Read Susie Read, but we decided to put that on hold for a little bit because we're both kind of in these weird reading moods and she has a couple other things on her plate, so, you know, we'll be pushing that one off till a little bit later. And I think there was another book I said I was going to read in March, but then I never did, so that's why I don't do TBRs. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I'll get out of this weird reading funk that I'm currently in. If you're interested to see what I'm reading, you can always follow me on Goodreads. There are links in the description for that if you guys are interested. I'm hoping that by the end of this week, I'll at least have a couple of these books done, and I can, you know, maybe figure out what I'm really in the mood to read lately, because I feel like everything that I'm reading, I'm liking it, but I'm not loving it, and it's not helping the fact that I'm not super excited about reading lately. And I don't know if that's just because I'm super tired tired from work these days or what's going on, but I'm just slightly slumpy at the moment, which is fine because I'm technically ahead of schedule on my 50 book challenge and I'm doing just fine for Mount TBR. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to go over in my March wrap up. Feel free to leave comments down below letting me know how your March has been. Are you feeling slumpy? Because I feel like a lot of people are feeling rather slumpy in their reading lately. I don't know if it has to do with the weather or if we're all just kind of burnt out from starting off the year really strong or what. So yeah, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching.